What up, everyone? It's your boy Spike here, and today I'm going to do reacting to most made Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And I'm sorry, people. Lisa, I'm sorry. I'm late, and I'm very late to do this review. I mean, I was supposed to do a review, but I'm deciding, no. Oh my god, I don't want to do this review, man. I have to say, react to this because yes, I did try it review. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I mean, I don't do many reviews sometimes. But I heard these zombies is actually really good. Man, I love zombies. One of my favorite zombies of all time, from my opinion. Sometimes it can have glitches in the menu. You find a mode which one you could play. Thing whatever. But let's get this started.
Welcome to the Moist Meter. Today we're taking a look at Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Let's just go ahead and dive right in here and spread these ass cheeks apart. I'm going to divide this into 3 sections: campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. Campaign is actually really good. I know for like the last 5 years everyone says the campaign to Call of Duty is actually good this time around, and then I play it and I totally fucking forget every single character's name the second after the credits roll because they're not very good. This year, it is actually very good. The campaign was super fun and actually very different from previous entries into the franchise. So it's not long. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, there's only about 4 hours worth of glory here before she blows her load, so you're not going to get a whole lot of content out of the campaign, but you get like 4 to 5 hours of actually really enjoyable content. Now, it's actually probably closer to 5, maybe 6 if you do every side quest, but if you're just going for like the core story, you can blast through it in like 4. It is really fun. It's very different in the way that there's side missions, which I don't think Call of Duty even knew existed until this game, and it is really fleshed out. They have a compelling story with interesting characters, some that you'll recognize, and it's just super well put together. It's well written, it's beautiful to look at, the cutscenes are thrilling and great. There's really only one downside I even have about the campaign is sometimes you have to get on a turret for those boring-ass static turret sections that every shooter has, but, I mean, every shooter has them, and they're always boring, so it's nothing, like, unique to this game. I just wish they had done away with that shit.
Like this
what they did actually get away from, and the best decision Call of Duty has made in the last 10 years in terms of its campaign, is getting away from doing those tedious fucking missions where you just stand in one place and defend it for 10 minutes from waves of enemies. There is nothing more mind-numbingly boring. The only challenge there is not falling asleep during those sections of those games. It is so fucking awful. And you know exactly what kind of objectives I'm talking about. In old Call of Duty campaigns, every mission had 1 or 2 sections where you and your team were ordered to go to this fucking abandoned computer in this dilapidated warehouse full of syringes where you have to download the Applebee's menu onto a flash drive. You have to sit there and defend it as it downloads slowly from 0 to 100%, defending it from waves of enemies. And it's terrible. It's absolutely awful. You're just sitting there, snot leaking out of your nose, drooling, praying any wave will be the last one until you're finally done from that purgatory, that fucking hell. In this game, there's not a single one of those that I can recall. I take that back. There is one that I can recall, and it only lasts for about 2 minutes, and it's at the very end of an extremely good mission, so I forgive it. I am so glad there weren't very many of these. It was such a refreshing breath of air. It is so nice that in this game, they actually prioritized just delivering a full nuts-to-butts narrative and high-action combat experience, and I really appreciate it. And not every mission is the same, running guns, shooting titties all over the place. There's actually some stealth missions that are really well put together, and kind of like almost a pseudo open world at one section where you can like go explore and find some other shit. Really, every mission has places that you can explore, find information that'll give you a new side mission that you can pursue at the evidence board. It's just really good and surprising. There's one section, well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's actually some very interesting elements at play here, so I really like the campaign. I really did, and I was super surprised that I did. I didn't expect it at all, and it lives up to the hype. The campaign in Cold War actually fucking bangs. And now we move into the multiplayer where things get real dirty. I'm talking this game is a dirty asshole when it comes to multiplayer. It's not fun. I like the gunplay in Modern Warfare.
From my opinion, man, I liked it. From my opinion.
fair. I thought that was at least a little different, and even though it
God, so my
prioritized
voice.
you benefited more from slower gameplay in it because the maps were fucking dog shit. This game takes it way back to the basics. Like, it feels like I'm playing a Call of Duty game from 8 years ago. It is the most generic Call of Duty has been in a long time. The gameplay in the multiplayer, like the actual gunplay and all that, is so generic. It's painful. It is so bland. It's like biting into styrofoam every single time you play a match in multiplayer. I didn't like it like at all. There's really no compliments I can give it. There's only 8 maps in the whole multiplayer or some shit like that. There's just not a lot of content when it comes to the multiplayer
There was like,
gameplay.
you
The
know,
dirty
10
bomb shit that they
maps.
added, that's not fun.
Well,
There's really
11
no fun to be
maps.
had
Come
if you're just
on.
playing competitive multiplayer. And you can't even call it competitive because there's no ranking system, so the whole game is basically casual with skill-based matchmaking, which makes no fucking sense. I know a lot of Twitter warriors, FPS warriors on Twitter like to get into a debate about skill-based matchmaking, and I think it's the dumbest debate of all time because it's stupid. Skill-based matchmaking in a game with no ranking system is the dumbest shit in the world. It's like having cereal, but instead of using milk with the cereal, you use nails. Every single game is basically a ranked game, but with no reward for it. So what the fuck is the point in making everyone play against sweaty players that are their own skill rating?
I
What
don't
needs to
know.
happen and what was solved in 2004 with Halo 2 is you have a ranked system.
I think I never played this map before. I only play, you know, a same map like a Nukem Tower called Team Deathmatch.
Ranked gameplay area where every time you play ranked, you get levels, you rank up, you get certain things. League of Legends, you go from bronze, silver, gold, and you're playing against people your own level. That's the best way of doing skill-based matchmaking, not having the whole game be a blanket skill-based matchmaking where there's never anything casual. That's just not fun, and it makes no sense. Even casual
Most
players
fun,
can't really
as long as I
enjoy
won't
that.
die a couple
See, what
times.
happens in a game, like let's take League for
Please.
example, if you join into a casual game as a shitty player in League and you get stomped and paired against challenger players and your whole entire existence just gets blasted wide open by them, what you'll likely do is go to a ranked game mode where you're going to play against people in bronze division, play against people your own level. So basically then the bad players will play ranked because they're playing people their own level instead of going into casual. It's a problem that solves itself. You don't need a full skill-based matchmaking system across the entire board of the game. It's stupid, especially when there's no ranking system to reward playing at this high level. If you're a good player and you're only playing against good players, you get nothing in return. It's just dumb. It's really fucking dumb. To
I
not
don't
have just a
remember,
casual
so
playlist where it's just
I don't
totally random
remember
like it
at
has
all.
been for the last 20 fucking years makes no sense. I don't know why they're trying to reinvent the wheel here, but they're not just trying to reinvent the wheel. They're literally destroying the fucking wheel and hitting it with sledgehammers. The skill-based matchmaking system with no ranked is dumb. It's just objectively dumb. There's no debate to have here. All that being said, I was absolutely meat hammering everyone I played against in this game. 100%. So the skill-based matchmaking system, I just don't even think it fucking works. I was going literally 50 and 15 in most of these goddamn games. But it's just not fun. The game is not fun. I did have some challenging matches. I was clearly
I
exaggerating. I
don't
definitely
remember
had some
anything about,
real
you know,
slugfest challenging
shit.
matches where I played like absolute shit. But no matter when you're doing great or doing poorly, it's just not very fun.
It's
It's
not
a boring
fun.
game. This game is like a parody of Call of Duty. Like if someone was trying to emulate Call of Duty 8 years ago, this is the game they would have made. The multiplayer is just not enjoyable. Now we move on to the last component of Black
Zombies.
Ops Cold
Yeah,
War,
I
which is
loved it.
zombies. And
From
zombies,
my
as it has
opinion.
been for a long time, is still very enjoyable.
It's really
I have
good. I
zero
loved
fucking
it.
complaints about zombies. I never really do. The gameplay,
And you know, there's a gameplay, you know, there's a map, like a big map, you know, it feels like it's like an open world. I don't know what I don't know what's it called. It's like open world, you know, you go it's only like so 3 round you go next map. It's like an open world. It's actually really good. I loved it. I play all the time. It's so fun. Loved
the
it.
game mode is just really fun. And I do
You all
like
know
this
I'm a
more they build
huge
up their
zombie
Easter
fan.
egg. I really just like pretty much everything
Playing
about
zombies
zombies.
all the
It's the
time.
perfect blend of being able to just play it for fun, kick back, shoot the shit, and just, kill some zombies here and there. And there is a very high skill ceiling where you can make a lot of cool shit happen in the game mode and do a lot of really impressive cool shit. Zombies still bangs. I have no complaints about it. It's a little bit different from previous entries, but it's not overly different. I don't know why people are going wild about how
I
big the
don't
changes
care.
are,
I'm
because
here for, you
I
know,
mean, I guess I'm not like a
fun.
hardcore zombies guy. I don't really notice any massive sweeping changes to zombies. It's still just as fun as I would have expected it to be. And yeah, that really covers it all of zombies. If you like zombies in any of the other games, you're gonna like it here. If you didn't like it in any of the other games, I don't think it's gonna win you over here, but it's still just a good
It's
time,
from my
I'd say.
opinion, everyone.
So,
I
taking
loved
all
it.
of this into consideration, plugging Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War into the Moist Meter, I'm
70%.
giving it a 70%. And 70% you're probably saying is kind of low
Same as
because I
me.
really like the campaign and I like zombies. The only thing I didn't like was the multiplayer. But you have to
I mean,
understand,
it's from my
Call of Duty
opinion.
is
When it
built
was
around
man,
its multiplayer. That's really what
it's
most
for
people play it for. No
team
one really plays Call
deathmatch.
of Duty for the campaigns. That'd be very silly. I don't think a single person like that exists. Maybe I'm wrong, but this one just happens to have a great campaign there. It's not very long, but it's still a great campaign. And zombies is just a fun mode to kick back with friends on, but I don't think anyone's buying Call of Duty for zombies either. When someone buys Call of Duty, I imagine it's for the multiplayer, and the multiplayer here is just not very good. It is really bland and very boring. And that's really just about it. It's holiday season, and you know what that.
Let's talk about the graphics. So, when you open a menu, when it puts, walkie, you got a weapons. Now you can see the graphics in turn to really bad graphics. Like sometimes it's like glitching or something. Like I don't know, it's me. It's like Wi-Fi or did that happen to you guys? I'm not quite sure, but I seen one. But now in this game, the graphic looks pretty good. I like it. Now zombies mode, I loved it. From my opinion. I mean, if you loved it, come on, go. Like grab your friends, grab your sister, grab your girlfriend. Grab your controller. Play some zombies. Do whatever you want, man. It's from my opinion, one. As for the game, I like it. Zombies, loved it. Multiplayer, it was meh. I liked it. Hey, if you liked it, okay. I don't know if it's gonna win you over. Just fuck it. Alright, everyone. Anyways, as always, I'll see you and next video. Peace and one.